Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve and Angela Collins coming to you live. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. The second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. I know this might be a stretch. Go there with me. Work hard on yourself. Work hard on your marriage. And one day, you may wind up in a castle in Europe. What do I mean by that? I'm really glad that you asked. Angela and I are returning from a bucket list 50th birthday celebration that, by the way, was never on our radar. It was not a plan. It was not something that we said at this time in the future, here's what we're going to do. This was the unfolding of events that came from our commitments to personal growth and personal development and doing the hard work. Let me say this for the record. Succeeding in business is easy. Succeeding in life, not so much. In business, there are principles that can be followed. There's a craft that can be mastered. There's a skill that can be developed that produce financial rewards when done over time. The difference in a relationship and in life is that you are dealing with yourself and your issues and your challenges and the issues and challenges of another person. That's some complicated stuff. It requires work. So let me say this. If you work hard on you and you work hard on your marriage, you might wind up in a castle in Europe one day. So the unfolding is being committed to personal growth and personal development for the intended purpose of helping millions of others grow and develop. The catalyst is placed on us first to grow and to learn. Then with what we are living and implementing, we can then speak to in others. The motivation is there based on Zig Ziglar's quote that you can have anything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. We're very clear about what we see that we want, and we are becoming the people that can help millions of people to get what they want, and we will get what we want. It's a win-win situation. So in that vein, Angela and I had an opportunity to attend an event in Utah in January, a personal growth and personal development event. It was several days, and during that event, just the idea of Austria came up, and Angela got to hear something that she had not known, even though we'd been married 23 years, and that was me saying, how cool would that be? You know, I've had this idea since I was a kid. The very first time I watched The Sound of Music and I saw that opening scene with Julie Andrews dancing and spinning around in the mountains and just the majestic beauty of the Alps blew me away. I mean, just blew me away. Now remember, I watched this when I was much younger, before Angela and I were even married. And little did I know how many similarities would be there when I began to talk about it with Angela. Julie Andrews had a strong faith, but she wasn't well liked in the church. Sounds like somebody I know. She was a little wild, she was a little crazy, she was a little too much for the nuns to handle. Sounds like someone I know. She wasn't about to let her light not shine. She was going to let it shine even more. Sounds like someone I know. And she became the parent of 7 children. Sounds like someone I know. As we began to discuss this, the idea began, what if we did? What if we did that? What would that look like? And this discussion began. Now, fast forward. We go to a marriage conference. It's hard work. And at this marriage conference, we meet a couple, and he was raised in Europe, Germany. Knows the area very well. We start having a conversation with them at this marriage conference. By the way, we did not go to the personal growth and development seminar in January to think about doing a trip to Europe. And we did not go to the marriage conference to think about going to Europe. When we met this couple, they began to describe what that would be like and said, since he's self-employed also, you know what? You ought to just come. Just do it. Just come there and we'll take you everywhere. We'll show you everything. Let's go do it. And I said, I've always wanted to do the Sound of Music tour. And he said, let's do it. So what is my point, ladies and gentlemen? There are dreams and desires in your heart that activate when you place yourself many times in situations that are uncomfortable for you. When you are pushing yourself past the comfort zone in your life and choosing to grow, choosing to learn, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Hey, working on a marriage is tough stuff. I don't care what anybody says. I believe there's two types of married people. People who are working their butts off to have a great marriage and people who are lying their butts off about having a great marriage. Or maybe they're heavily medicated or just have very low standards and expectations for that relationship. We are very clear, me and Miss Collins here, on what is important to us. And we are actively engaged in putting in the time, effort, energy, finances, and work to build that up. A secondary benefit of our personal growth and development this year manifested in a dream come true trip and opportunity that would not have even been on the radar of discussion had we not gone to those other places. The dots get connected when you do the next right thing. Be faithful with what's in front of you. Do the next right thing. And remember, many times you're walking by faith, not by sight. What does that mean? That means you are taking steps by faith, not being certain of what the outcome will be, rather than making sure all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted before you take action. I will end with this. When it comes to your personal growth and personal development, knowledge is not power. Incarnate Word University in San Antonio has been lying to us for years. Knowledge is not power, because you can graduate from MIT with a PhD, magna cum laude, then move into your mom and daddy's basement, play video games for 30 years, and your knowledge comes to nothing. Knowledge is only potential power. Its potential is unlocked when you take massive action with that knowledge. The greatest investment you will ever make is not real estate. The greatest investment you will ever make is in your personal growth and personal development, to accept the responsibility to become everything your Creator created you to be, so that you can manifest the glory He created for you to manifest. And the easiest part of your life in doing that, using your gifts and talents, is this. You are the very best you there ever was or there ever will be. You are the onlyest you there ever is or ever will be. Your destiny, your purpose, and your calling, where you will find the greatest fulfillment, can only be delivered in the way that you can deliver it. So my friends, I leave you with this today. When was the last time you got committed to your personal growth, committed to personal development, committed to literally put work in on your marriage, not just live your marriage? There's living in your marriage and there's working on your marriage. Two different things, just like working in your business and working on your business. Two different things. One is easy, one is natural, one is not tough. One is difficult, one is challenging, one is not so natural. And yet, if you're going to break through a ceiling of achievement, if you're going to break through to a new level of relationship, if you're going to break through to a new level of understanding, you've got to put in the hard work. And when you put in the hard work, the good Lord will connect the dots, and the picture in the end will be more beautiful than anything you could have ever imagined doing on your own. Have a great weekend, guys.